Good evening, my fellow countrymen and women. It is a great privilege to address the nation tonight. 5 days ago, all Ghana, Africa, and indeed the world bade farewell to the late Professor John Evans Atta Mills, our leader, our president, and commander-in-chief. May his soul rest in perfect and everlasting peace. I'd like tonight to thank the family of our departed Professor Mills, the funeral committee, members of parliament, the judiciary, the security services, and the members of the numerous other committees and organizations, as well as the various individuals who took part in the funeral of our late president. It was a homegoing celebration that turned out to be not only fitting but flawless. I would like also to express my heartfelt gratitude to every single Ghanaian for the tremendous outpouring of support, kindness, and love displayed even in the midst of our collective grief. The depth of our loss was made evident, as was the depth of our respect and appreciation for the life and work of Professor Atta Mills. Though I've always been proud to be a Ghanaian, over the course of the past 3 weeks, as I watched our country coming together to mourn, to remember, and to reconcile, I felt that pride in an even more profound way. Over the course of the past 3 weeks, much has been mentioned by me and by several others about our impressive show of unity during this time of unimaginable tragedy. There are some who believe that this feeling of goodwill we have towards one another will fade sooner rather than later, and that so too will the unity that it has produced. I don't share that belief. There's no reason why we cannot continue to stand united and to move forward together as one. There's no reason why our differences have to divide us or turn us into adversaries, especially not our political differences. When it comes to the practice of peace and unity, we Ghanaians have always been exemplary. Whether we support Hearts of Oak or Asante Kotoko, when it's time for the Black Stars to play, we are indivisible. When other nations descended into ethnic rivalry and warfare, we Ghanaians wept and laughed, ate and lived together without regard to ethnic background. When other nations allowed religious intolerance to turn into violence, we embraced our brothers and sisters of different faiths, wishing them happy Easter and Ramadan Mubarak. And let me take the opportunity at this point to say Barka da Sallah in advance to all our countrymen and women who will be celebrating the end of the holy month of Ramadan this weekend. The reason we have always been exemplary in our expression of peace and tolerance is because we Ghanaians have always been aware that standing united is not the same as standing unanimously. We don't all have to come from the same place or adhere to the same philosophy or to see situations from the same point of view in order to be of service to our country or to work together to create progress for our nation. Our differences of identity, differences of opinion, and differences of political party or ideology have never overshadowed our patriotism as Ghanaians. There have been times in the recent past when it seemed as though we had forgotten this simple yet powerful truth. But over the course of the past 3 weeks, we have been reminded of it again and again. And this remembrance of who we are as Ghanaians, of who we have always been, has ushered us into a new arena of hope and possibility. I consider it my responsibility as your president to ensure that our government emphasizes, appreciates, and protects our unity in diversity. My brothers and sisters, let us take the opportunity provided by our unity at this difficult time to build on the legacy that was created by Professor Mills and the legacies that were created by the presidents who served before him in order to move forward and claim our destiny. It is a destiny that springs forth from a foundation built on tolerance, fairness, compassion, humility, decency, strength, and resilience. The best tribute we can pay the memory of our departed president will be to continue the flame of peace. I hereby use this occasion to urge all political actors to use the unprecedented event of Professor Mills's passing, which so united our nation in grief, to effectively refocus Ghanaian politics and alter its tone forever. I believe there is space in the political arena to compete for political leadership in an atmosphere of decency and dignity. It is said that politics is a dirty game. I dare say it is us politicians who make it so. We have arrived at this point in history through our collective effort. Let us together tap all the rich and diverse talent and resources available to our nation to spur its accelerated development.